So going into the MLB, obviously the playoffs have just been fully announced.
Heck yeah.
The Braves and Mets just finished. They split, so that means that that's rigged. That the Arizona is out. That makes the Mets the 6 seed and the Braves the 5 seed, I believe. We're going to bring in one of our other friends. His name is Nick. I'm not going to pronounce his last name.
Calaswano.
It's so hard. It's Calaswano.
Pretty sure I got that right.
Yeah.
Sam's really
Look at that.
hit that right on the head.
What a guy.
He is a...
Give myself a pat on the back.
He's a Florida guy, but he is a big Yankees fan, as in all the Yankees fans, because they're not really from New York.
Yeah.
Pause. My birth certificate says otherwise. But
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. I was born in Auburn, but not in Auburn.
We met Nick as well, just like Phil. We
Going
met
fast
him
and turning
down
left.
in NASCAR. He is still there, I believe, working the
Around.
tracks, having a good old time. But he's a big baseball guy. He's a big Yankees fan, so obviously he is pretty excited for this postseason, with the Yankees being the 1 seed in the AL. So we are going to have him on for the playoffs and kind of have just another voice, another opinion to kind of keep things fresh with us. I know Sam has a lot of questions for Nick that we'll probably all kind of get going on, because Phil, I know, is excited too. Obviously, being a Baltimore fan, they're back in the playoffs for a second straight year now. So it should be fun for them as well. Obviously, Sam and I are depressed about the playoffs because our team is...
I mean, it's kind of usual, though. I mean,
but we're just, like Nick said earlier, we're just taking a break until April, so it's no stress.
That's fine.
We'll be really good next year.
Really good. It's our year. It's our year. It's always our year,
Yeah.
Well, heck,
we're like the Cowboys.
the Cowboys
it's
of
our
baseball.
year.
Yeah, except we never do it. They have
the
before.
Cowboys have never done it really either.
They did it in the 90s.
Dude, when dinosaurs roamed, it didn't count.
That's fair enough.
So Sam, you start off with your questions because you wrote them all. You're more interested.
Yeah. So to start, we're just gonna go over our brackets just to start, and then I have a couple questions to go from there. But starting with the AL wildcard with the Tigers and Astros, Nick, who do you have moving on?
With the Tigers and Astros, I think that is going to be a very interesting series. I really do. I think the Tigers are going to be almost that dark horse. I think if they can get past these Astros, I think we could see them make a legit run to the ALCS.
Sure,
that's fair.
I don't see them having an issue with the Guardians, and I mean, hey, as a Yankees fan, let them knock out the Astros. However, if I take that side of it away, at the end of the day, I do see the Astros surviving.
Yeah.
In a 3-game set in Houston, Framber's figuring it out. They've got Kikuchi, who's been lights out since the trade deadline.
Yeah,
and I mean, Hunter Brown has been not too bad. He's been up and down, but he's been better as of late.
Yeah.
And I think
postseason Verlander, you never know.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have Verlander as they could have him on that, since this is going to be a 3-game wild card. You have 1 game. If somehow one of those guys do get shelled, he's going to be your long. He's going to be your long.
That's
guy.
fair.
He's not going
That's
to
a good point.
On the flip side, on Detroit side, huge fan of Tariq. I think that's why Skubal. I think game 1, I do believe
SU's
the Tigers
finest, by the
can
way.
come out
Seattle
with a thud.
He is from Seattle.
I think that's fair. That's cool. I do.
Yeah.
It's a Sam thing. Don't ask me, honestly.
Okay.
Nick, I have no idea. Sam just starts blurting things like, I don't know. He just, from Seattle. I'm like, oh, didn't know that.
Hey, yeah. Gotta dig deep.
So I do see that, but yeah, I would love to see the Tigers do it. I think they can win a game for sure, but I don't know if they're winning 2 in Houston.
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think they're a fun team. I really do like Skubal. I do like their offense. They're super young, but I don't think they're quite there
lighter,
yet.
Right?
So
it's lighter. Is the other kid? Is the other starter?
For Texas or for the Tigers?
The Tigers?
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought that he was on the.
But my
Rangers.
point is, yeah, you're right. They had someone else.
I'm trying to look it up right now.
but-
I know they had.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who their.
Dang it! They had
Their starter was
Flaherty, but they
pitching
traded
really well.
him, so he's not.
Yeah,
Casey
Flaherty.
Mize, that's who's
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, and he's kind of not who everyone thought he was.
No,
Gonna be.
not even close.
Not even
But,
close.
yeah,
So
so
I just don't know if they have the pitching there. But I do think Skubal could definitely win them a game if their bats
agree.
going to be on. But Houston's Houston. I do believe they make a run.
do you have
sure.
so you
I
have them
think the
moving on
winner-
then, at least to the next round.
I'll put it this way. I have the winner of this wild card matchup going to the ALCS.
Wow.
Okay. That's
So
fair.
wait, so then you have Houston, or are you not telling us yet?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that. Phil.
I agree with Houston, but I'll let Phil go.
Yeah, Phil. Who do you have?
Yeah, I have Houston as well. 7 ALCS in a row. They're going to make it 8, I believe. That's what I'm looking at. So
That's fair.
Yeah, they've been insane.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Could
I
be
mean,
an asterisk in there, but
Oh no,
yeah,
dude!
100%.
Just wait till you see the video.
They're always up. They're the Houston Astros.
See the Asterisks, the Astros.
I agree. Pretty much all the points. I think the biggest thing is obviously, like Sam kind of hinted on, Justin Verlander. You know that he's a superstar. You know that he's a Hall of Famer.
He's gonna do something. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's gonna do
Yeah.
something.
If he can go 6 innings with 1-run ball and a couple hits or something like that, that's all you can ask from him. Obviously, the team has just been hot. They haven't really cooled off since the All-Star break at all. They've just been flowing, as we well are aware of. Being Mariners fans, we've watched them creep all the way back into the division and take it over and just not look back. I agree. I have Houston winning into the next round.
Yeah. So then going to the other wild card and still sticking in the AL, the Royals and the Orioles.
Let's start with our Baltimore fan.
We'll go with Phil.
See if he has any arguments.
Who's winning this series?
I think it goes 3 games.
Okay.
But I think the Orioles want that rematch with the
Biased.
There you
God,
go.
just
That'd be
biased.
fun. That'd be
Every
fun.
time.
I mean,
I'm kidding. No, it's a good
I get
pick.
it. Why do you think so? Like, because obviously your biggest question mark has been pitching all year. Your bats have been pretty much there.
I can tell you that we had 13 guys on the IL as of like 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
A lot of them were pitchers. I
Yeah.
think we've lost like 4 of them to Tommy John surgery this year.
Sheesh.
And we still were able to finish 20 games over 500. That's kind of where we were all year. And now we had 4 guys in our lineup that were starters every day that were on the IL for a while, and they're all back. The entire lineup is exactly the way it should be. We got the pitching. The bullpen's always been a problem. But I just think we can outpower Kansas City with runs. I think, and our pitching can hold up. But I do think it goes 3 games. I think Kansas City will get one of them.
There you go.
Out of the 3.
Yeah. I agree. Nick?
I do. I think I completely agree. It's going to be a really good series. I do. That young Kansas City offense, I think they are I would say that the Royals and the Tigers both are the Orioles of last year in the playoffs. I think they're a year too early. They need another year of maturity, a couple pieces that they're missing. But I think this is going to be a team that we talk about going forward the next few years, both the Tigers and the Royals. This year's not their year. The Royals and the Tigers.
Yeah.
If I missaid that.
Yeah.
Orioles are going to go ahead and move on 100%. We're getting O's and Yanks in the Bronx come next week, and it's going to be a fun one.
See, I want to agree with you, but I think the Orioles are they're gonna turn around. They're not gonna be the team you think they are. I think the Royals are gonna kind of surprise some people. I think Bobby Witt obviously kind of had that little bit of downplay like the last month, but has come back. I think him and Salvador Perez are just gonna lead that offense. I think they're pitching with Seth Lugo and gosh dang, I'm spacing on the other guy's name. That's been super
Brady
good.
Singer.
Yes, Brady Singer, and they have another one too. But I think those guys are gonna.
Those two have been.
Those have been really good. Let me find that other. Well, but I think those two with Salvador Perez and then obviously Bobby Witt is going to make a big difference. And I don't think that they're going to be able to. I think that it's going to be between who's pitching or who's batting is better. Honestly, if the Brady Singer, who was it? Seth Lugo and Cole Reagans. That's who I was thinking of. I think if they start those 3 guys, that's their best opportunity against the Orioles. And if they're able to pitch how they can, I think their offense can just have enough. And so that's where I kind of tend to think their pitching will be better. Might be wrong, but I think it'll be a good series no matter what, even though it's only 3 games.
The starter of the All-Star. Go ahead. Go, Nick.
I was going to say, I will add Cole Reagans, I do believe could be that equalizer where I agree with Phil. I think the Royals are going to get a game. I think Reagans could be that guy that comes in and gets them that second game.
Sure.
If the Royals do come get that upset, being a lefty, the Orioles, I mean, yes, they do hit from both sides of the plate, but their studs are left-handed. If that lefty-lefty matchup could potentially play its part, then, I mean, that could be a game changer there.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
a 3-game set, by all means.
We'll see. And Kellen, what do you have?
I think it comes down to game 1. Like, the first game is who wins it.
100%.
I'm kind of with Sam. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think both teams are very similar where they've lacked more of their pitching. Their offense has been a lot better. I think the Orioles being at home is obviously a huge
advantage.
Yeah, it's a massive advantage.
For sure.
But to me personally, I am going to just kind of go more on my heart over, I think, more of my head. I just want Kansas City.
Okay.
I want Kansas City. I think both. I don't think I can pick a team. I think both teams are about at the same level. I think you can argue, you have Corbin Burns going, who's a proven pitcher, all-star starter. Like, he's very, very, very good when he's on his day. I always look at it and go, yeah, he could be the all-star starter, but that was also during the all-star game. That doesn't matter. Like, I get it. You had a good first half or whatever. He's still been good. I'm not taking that away from him. I just think the Orioles are still, I don't want to say like they're still like a veteran away. I feel like they're a lot like the Mariners, where they have a lot of really, really good pieces, but they're missing that one, whoever it is. For us, maybe it's Justin Turner. For you, maybe it's trying to go out and find it. But I feel like you're missing that one guy that's just going to be like, hey, Gunner, you struck out twice. Calm down. See the next pitch. Blah, blah, blah. Or be able to read the game differently. I think that's what you're missing. Obviously, Salvador Perez has won a ring. He's kind of that leader, and he's still just a monster. But
and Bobby Witt's just good.
But I think it's going to go down to game one. I think Kansas City is just going to surprise you. That's how I think it is.
That's going to surprise me at all.
I think it just surprise your team. I think, like you said, I think you could flip a
Orioles
coin.
should be favored to win this.
I think you can flip a coin, and on all honesty, either team winning is not going to shock me.
Whoever wins game one wins it.
That's what I say. And I think Kansas City is just going to walk into Camden Yards and just like, I think it's going to be like the first or second inning, they're going to put up like 5, and it's just going to be like, whoa, what just happened type of a situation. I think Kansas City goes through.
Thanks for listening to the Kinda Athletic podcast. Please like and subscribe to all our social media platforms, and make sure to come back next week to hear more from the Kinda Athletic podcast.